Welcome again to another episode of the C-List Villains Podcast. We're cultivators of the comic culture. I'm your host, AJ. Welcome again. Tonight, I got Luke and Red. You guys get 2 episodes tonight.
A late night, baby.
Yeah. I tried to do one earlier just because, we put it out on the IG. So I'm like, all right, I'll come on. And it was a 9-minute episode.
Yeah, I have to go check that out. I'll have to go check that out when we get done here.
I mean, like, I would have stayed on longer if.
Did you feel weird? Is that what happened?
No, it's just that, like, I was hoping that there were people that were going to be on to interact, but there was, like, no one on. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to leave then.
Oh.
You got to learn how to just monologue it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just open up a box of comics, start going through it, checking it out.
They'll all trickle in every now and then. It's just because when you're doing the all intro, that's when I'm actually just posting links up on Facebook and everywhere. That way they can all jump in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm terrible at all that stuff.
It's all good, baby.
That's why this is a 4-headed monster here that does everything.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How was everyone's evening? You guys were a little busy doing some adulting, so that's why we're starting the show at 9 tonight.
Adulting always, I'm 42 and I'm still like, what am I doing? Yeah. Why am I doing all this adult stuff? I don't even feel like an adult. I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
Like, what? Deadlines? What? What am I supposed to be doing to earn money? Motherfucker.
Seriously.
I thought all the big bucks were just rolling in by the time I hit 25, but no, I had to work for a living. It made it even worse when they got back into comics about 6 years ago.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
it lets
us gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, it allows us to entertain ourselves. Or at least we're not. It's not like a crazy vice, like something that could really, cause a bad addiction or something.
Oh, sometimes I prefer that.
Okay.
Sometimes
I actually
take away the pain.
Full disclosure, I did get severely addicted to buying online at one point. Probably like 2016, there around, I was buying way more than I was selling, and it got crazy.
Yeah?
Totally. I mean, it's really easy to buy online. It's convenient, right? I mean, I do all of my buying online. Well, 90%, 10% I still go out and support shops, of course, but
yeah. Plus, you have to get every variant when variants were hot.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like, do you guys kind of feel like variants are like kind of dying down a little bit?
Yeah, I do feel that it's slowed down. I think because there's off air, Luke, you and I were just talking about so many Ultimate Fallout 4 facsimile variants that are coming out. It's crazy.
And I love variants, but it's like and that was kind of like 2016, where it was like the A/B variant, and everyone was just going like psycho for the B variants,
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get that, that B variant. That's the hot one. And they were selling for $15, $20 each. The only problem is I never converted that into an actual sale. I just hold on to it.
I was more of I got addicted to getting the virgin variants and the negative variants that were coming out.
Yes, the negative variants. Like all those Venoms and...
Yeah.
I've got all those. I still have them all, I think, somewhere. I mean, I've got hundreds of long boxes surrounding me.
Mine was hip hop variants and the 3D ones.
Yeah. I was getting those too. The only good saving grace about those is those are cover price and they weren't like store exclusive. So
yeah,
I was okay with that.
there's at least 30 titles a month that you had to get, and there was like 30 covers that you had to get as far as like, both the hip hop and the 3D.
Totally.
Yeah.
There were so many. Because I was signed, I had a box subscription in Flagstaff, Arizona at Cab Comics. It was the only comic shop in probably north of Phoenix all the way to Las Vegas. Like they had the monopoly. Just this huge area, the only comic shop. And I drive 90 miles to go to this comic shop.
Wow.
And so I just had like insane subscription with them.
That round trip, 90 miles, or is like 180?
180 round trip.
Shit.
180 miles round trip.
Yeah, that's dedication right there, man.
I know, but I was addicted, man. I was so addicted. But it was fun. I mean, it never got like I couldn't pay my bills or anything, but I mean, I was spending, $500-600 a month on pull boxes.
Wow. I mean, even my regular pulls have been slowly dwindling. I'm not reading as many as I used to. But I'm sure once things start to once there's a hot story, I'll end up buying more. But it feels like lately, like this year at least, there's not a lot of ongoing material. Like there's a lot of mini series books, which I don't mind because I don't mind investing 6 issues on a book and then not have to worry about keep reading it.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's talk about tonight's topics. First topic we want to talk about. I've already given my reviews on the What If Marvel's What If shows. So
Hi, Miss O.
Hi, Miss O. So how about you guys give your thoughts on the last 2 episodes of Marvel's What If? Luke, why don't you start it off?
So the T'Challa one where he is Star-Lord, I believe that was episode 2. Such an emotional episode, having it being Chadwick Boseman's final performance as an actor. That in and of itself made it super special to watch. And it was just, I loved it. I loved seeing him. Like, what if T'Challa was Star-Lord? It was just fun. I'm loving this. In fact, this series is like my new favorite series, period. Not even animated. And then last night's was just like, it was a fucking emotional roller coaster. I couldn't even handle it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's what if all the Avengers die.
Yep.
And so it was, seeing what would happen if all the Avengers were gone. And I mean, I don't even know if they're going to do another one because it could just be that standalone, what if all the Avengers died, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're going to do a part 2, but I could see them not doing a part 2. But he did go and, wipe off this frozen shield.
Yeah.
So, but who's going to be Cap? That's the thing. Is it going to be Steve Rogers or are they going to have it be somebody else? Oh, are they going to have it be Peggy?
Agent Carter or Captain Carter?
Yeah. That would be cool that's it, right? Is that what it's going to happen?
No, Cap was still frozen. You want to go dig him up?
No, I know, but it's going to be frozen.
Yeah, they don't tell you which Cap it is.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. But you did get Captain Marvel at the end too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she's there, Carol's there. I think it's hopefully going to be Peggy. That would be so cool if it was her. They unfroze, and then she comes up and has to her and Carol.
Captain Carol. No, and
Captain kick some Loki butt.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to say though, before I ask you, Red, on your thoughts, why does Loki want to conquer Earth? Why if you were like this like omnipotent being, why would you want to conquer Earth? Like we're a bunch of people who like destroy each other and like destroy our world. I don't understand like what 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 would be the purpose of conquering Earth?
Because Midgard's like their front lawn. It's like what you can't really conquer anything until you conquer your front lawn, right?
I guess that makes sense. It's a stepping stone, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if it's like we're the unconquerable, species. At least that's the way it's always portrayed. No one
Yeah,
can ever
it's
conquer humans.
But I mean, we're just gonna destroy ourselves eventually. So
Nah, just be better. I'd rather have Loki, be the all-time ruler if it happened now. These shit will get done.
How long were humans around before recorded history? Wasn't it like, or how long our species was around? It was like at least 40,000 years, right? It might have even been longer.
No, longer than that.
Yeah, I
at
don't
least
know.
a few million. But we're like
Well,
a
no,
blip.
just
We're like
I don't
a
know
blip
about
between the
million.
dinosaurs.
no, not like Cro-Magnon. I'm talking about just Homo sapien, like our species. Like, I don't know the exact date, maybe 80,000, 40, 80,000, 100,000. But think about all that time before recorded history, and then now just the time of recorded history. That it's like maybe 10,000 years, I think it is. Dude, humans are going to be around for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's so are drawings on the walls, drawings on caves, drawings on books. There's always
I could see
comics.
technology like faltering away, and we have to go back to like a more
Ancient
nomadic
times.
lifestyle. Yeah, I can actually see that, and like in Earth kind of resetting and technology getting wiped away, and then like almost like a full reset, and then we have to rebuild.
Oh, you should watch Dr. Stone. That's the whole complete premise of the anime.
Well, isn't there like didn't they say that like the Amazonian forest, because it's like a lot of this uncharted territory, like there's all these theories that like there's like proof of like technology that was more advanced than us, but something had happened where it got destroyed, and then it did like we did have to reset.
I haven't seen it.
It wouldn't surprise me. And like Atlantis, the lore of Atlantis, and the technology that was lost with that island.
Yeah, there's a lot of those conspiracy theories.
And those huge statues that were washed up in the tsunami of 15 years ago or whatever. There's a lot of weird stuff, man. I think we'll probably go through one of those cycles, but why Loki would want to conquer us, man? Who knows, man? He's just
that is something we should ask the Marvel heads if we ever get a chance to talk to a Marvel writer.
Ask Kevin Feige why would Loki want to conquer Earth?
Exactly. So, what's his end game on Earth, other than just to rule? Because there's other places where he could rule.
Yeah,
just as easily.
All right, Red. What are your thoughts on the last two episodes of What If?
Let's see the Star-Lord with the
Ravagers.
The Ravagers. Actually, I like the interaction between Chadwick Boseman and Michael Rooker, because it felt so genuine when they had scenes together.
Right.
And then the fact that they flipped Thanos around,
rehabbed him.
He rehabbed him. Plus, they made jokes about it's not a what do you call it? Not a Holocaust, but genocide. It's something else. It's trying to make it. He's trying to whitewash what he did or what he was about to do when he was the bad guy. But it seemed like once you become the good guy, right? Because you're like the Mad Titan. Somehow you get your ass kicked, and he got his ass kicked by one of the not Obsidian Maul, but the big dude with the axe. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Yeah.
The Avengers. What if the Avengers were dead? It's nice, refreshing review of what we already saw. Plus, we got to see the Edward Norton Hulk, but
Yeah.
with with what's his name in there,
Ruffalo.
Ruffalo, yeah, Mark Ruffalo, and that I guess because no one really, not in the MCU, would really want to talk about how that Hulk um kind of meshes in with the rest of the universe, right? As the MCU as we know it. But I'm glad that they did that. They stuck Mark Ruffalo in that one, and then the true surprise was Ant-Man or what was it, Yellow Jacket? Did he dress up as Yellow Jacket then?
Yeah, it was Yellow Jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up killing almost everybody.
That was so gnarly. The Hulk one was the worst one for me because I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird, dude.
I thought he was growing. I thought he was going to get like really, really, and then it was like his thyroid got hit, and that what?
No, his heart blew up.
I thought it was his thyroid that caused him to like grow too fast. Was it his heart?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
But we also had a question like before. I think right before Endgame that what if Ant-Man had just climbed up into Thanos' ass and just grew up, and grew out, and then killed him that way. Now we got our answer when they did it with the Hulk.
Because I was like, he's getting big, and then I was like, oh, then he just exploded, and I was like, what?
Like, oh man, that sucks.
Yes, it was gnarly. Like I was enthralled the entire episode.
Yeah, thinking back on that Hulk scene, the one thing that I've always kind of like don't like about the Ruffalo Hulk, and it's not like Ruffalo as an actor or anything, it's just that he seemed to get progressively weaker and weaker through each movie.
Yeah.
Like
they did make him like an emo Hulk at the end.
Yeah, they depowered him. I mean, I remember the Eric Bana Hulk. For what it's worth, they made him pretty strong in that one.
But now we have hipster Hulk, and he's worthless. He's smart, but hipster Hulk is worthless in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Banner Hulk was taking on like radiation dogs or whatever they were, Hulk dogs, and then even the Norton was taking on Abomination. So it's like, dude, like I don't know why he just kept getting weaker and weaker enemies.
Let's see, who did he fight? He fought Thor, and he fought Thanos. He
got handled by Thanos though, and then after he got handled by Thanos, he didn't really do much.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Who was shocked that the arrow pierced Thor so easily? I mean,
right, because I thought his skin was made out of some kind of armor. That thing just.
Yeah, like the Hulk can throw him around and he can withstand like literally the Hulk pounding him against the ground and he has no abrasions. And then one arrow, not even like I mean, I guess it could be a special arrow, but it was just an arrow.
Wait,
and it pierced him.
But Allfather did take away his powers when the what do you call it? When they took away Mjolnir from them, right?
Oh, so that happened? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So unworthy Hulk or unworthy Thor he was nerfed.
Yeah.
I was just assuming that once they revealed everything, that Yellow Jacket had pretty much did the same thing that he did with Hulk, is he went into, he timed it where the arrow landed right when he like he did like he shrunk himself at a molecular level, and then like was able to pierce Hulk. That's what I just figured.
Or pierce Thor, you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry, I pierced Thor. And obviously Samuel doesn't know that like how strong Thor is, so like they just think it's a random dude who like just got killed by an arrow.
Yeah, but we did see Thor get beat up by a sentry before he got before he gained his worthiness back, and he almost died, right on that very first Thor movie.
Yeah, that's true.
He got beat up pretty well. He got blunted, but sharp object like an arrow, definitely through the heart would kill somebody if you're not wearing armor.
Yeah. All right, guys. CGC grade, or we're not going CGC. Comic book grading scale. First, we'll go with the Marvel's What If for T'Challa. What were you guys going to give it?
9.8.
9.8. All right.
Yeah, I'd have to give it a 9.8. Fantastic.
You know what? I think because last night's episode was so fresh in my mind, and I liked last night's episode, I gave it a lower grading for the T'Challa episode. I gave it a 9.
Okay.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I had to be, I mean, I was too impressed with last night's episode.
It was a really. It's like, I mean, they're both 9.8s in my book, but they're two completely different. Even though they're both still What If episodes.
Yeah,
they're both just so different. Yeah. And I liked them for different reasons. I mean, if that wasn't Chadwick Boseman's very last performance, and it probably wouldn't have held as much emotional weight with me. You know what I mean? It probably just would have been like, that was a really good episode, and I probably would have given it a 9. But the fact that it had so much like nostalgia and heart to it, and the fact that, I mean, Chadwick didn't know that was going to be his last performance ever. Like,
no, he didn't.
I mean, he did all of his performances with cancer, which is just so, I don't even understand that.
Do you feel that Scarlett Johansson feels a little bit jaded that they didn't get her to voice her own character?
That wasn't her?
That wasn't her.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's weird how they...
Yeah, when were these filmed? I don't even know when these were filmed. It was so long ago.
They probably already had it in the can during the first year of the pandemic, but I figure they could have been filming Black Widow as well, but, they couldn't get Chris Evans to voice himself, nor who else? Robert Downey Jr. He couldn't voice Iron Man. But
you think it was a money thing then?
I don't know. But they had Samuel L. Jackson, they had Michael Rooker, they had the chick that played Nebula. Who else is
Jackson can't be replaced. That's one voice.
Jeremy Renner was even on that episode.
Oh, that was his voice?
That was his voice. And
that was one where I was like, "Is that really Jeremy Renner?"
Yeah, it was, because he was on the credits, and then they got the original Peggy Carter to do her episode.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that I knew it was gonna be, because it was her own show. So yeah,
and I think they did get Tommy Lee Jones. I have to go look at the episode again.
Tommy Lee Jones was in there.
Yeah, he played the general, right? The first Captain America.
Yeah, but I don't remember him in the Agent Carter.
We'll have to look it up. I'll look it up, man. The voice was nice. It was like really similar to Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, gotcha.
But they brought back the guy from Walking Dead. What's his name? He played the Red Skeleton, Red Skull.
Russell Marquand, or
Ross Marquand. They brought him back to play Red Skull.
Is that his name, Ross Marquand?
Yeah, yep, that's him.
Okay.
So,
well, Red, what do you?
Mr. Smith couldn't come back. I forgot his name.
Oh no, he said he's done, dude. He doesn't want to do Marvel.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll probably see the next Matrix movie, I guess.
Actually, from what I've read, he wasn't on the trailer that I guess CinemaCon the attendees got to see. So we may not have him on the next Matrix trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, how do you replace Mr. Smith or Agent Smith?
You can always get another agent.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'll talk about Matrix, but Red, what was your your grading scale for the No
For
Avengers. What if?
that would be a solid 9.6 for me.
Okay, all right.
Because the way they had reviewed everything back from the phase one, it was nice and refreshing that they took it another level.
Right. Um. So going back to the Matrix, I don't know if you've read up on the trailer that was shown to, I guess, viewers at, I believe it was called CinemaCon. But from the sound or from what I've read, the trailer pretty much, it's literally the Matrix all over again. Meaning,
Is the resurrection of Neo or Jesus?
pretty much. So something happens, I guess, from the last trilogy to now where he doesn't remember his former self.
Oh, okay. Look at Miss
And
So's comment there. She had forgotten about another Matrix coming out. But
oh
Miss So,
yeah,
it was supposed to be planned out for last year. It was all three Keanu Reeves movies were supposed to come out at the same time. You had Matrix 4, you had Bill and Ted's the new movie with that, and then John Wick 4 was supposed to come out the same week.
I don't think so because
Yeah,
they haven't started filming any of those.
because of COVID. But that was the whole plan. From 2018
Oh, really?
on was to have all three of those movies released the same week.
So wait, he's gonna release? No, why would he go? Why would he compete against himself? That makes no sense, though.
It's Keanu Reeves, man.
Yeah, it seems like something he would do, though.
Yeah, makes you want to punch him in the face.
But yeah, so basically, what they said that, or from what I've read, is that he has forgotten everything, and he actually runs into Trinity, like in the digital world or whatever you want to call it. And you could tell like they know each other, but they just don't know how they know each other. And then he's given a choice to take the red pill and the blue pill again. And then
Wait, I don't understand because I didn't understand the ending of 3 at all. So they're all back in the Matrix.
So from my understanding, 3 pretty much was like, okay, we're going to say. I thought it was like we're going to save Neo, and Neo's going to continue fighting the good fight, and the computer world is going to keep continuing to like do what they do. And I'm assuming what happens, he got defeated and they were able to erase his memory. And now, he's given a choice. There's a new character similar to Lawrence Fishburne who offers
Morpheus?
him. Yeah, there's a new Morpheus who offers him a red pill or a blue pill, and then he takes the red, and then he remembers everything. From what I read.
I'm so confused on that.
Yeah, because the Matrix didn't really shut down. It just started all over. That was
They
the
just
whole
started over. Got it.
whole premise was get rid of the virus, which was Agent Smith, because he was copying himself and everybody, in the whole Matrix, and that once that Neo had eliminated Agent Smith, that the Matrix and its minions are to leave the people alone in Zion, but still keep running separately.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of like Neo's going to continue trying to save everyone, and the Matrix people are going to be like, well, we're going to still try and stop him. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to keep doing what we do, and we'll see where it all leads. I don't know if this is, if memory serves me correct, but wasn't like Agent Smith, like he was at a point where even the Matrix was like, he's gone too far, we got to stop him, and they were just, that's why they were allowing Neo to do everything, or no?
I don't know.
Was something like that, but I think it's because he took over the whole Matrix that the Matrix couldn't even reset itself to get rid of Agent Smith. So yeah, they had to get Neo to kill him. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, who's that? Who's
Cowboy
Spider Lock?
Bebop is better than Marvel. Look at that. Look at that.
Is that 5G? Did 5G change his name?
Hey, that's a bold statement, though. Wait, is Cowboy Bebop already out? The John Cho?
That's supposed to be out on Netflix in a couple of months or weeks.
Okay.
So no, not yet. But they have some stills, some photos, some set photos. Like I had said in my 9-minute episode that I recorded earlier.
You wanna append that episode to this one after we're done here? Or
I don't know. Is there a way to do that? I don't know if there's a way to do that.
I could probably do it on the audio, but not on the video.
Okay, yeah. I mean, audio, I could do that too, but yeah. Anyways, I dig it. However, Red, we had this discussion off air. You kind of did a mic drop, but
no, you think that you have another retort to that? Is that
no?
why?
I don't. I'm still sticking by like John Cho does not look like Spike to me. Like the set photos with his weird hair, it just doesn't look completely like Spike to me.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to look like Spike. As long as the mannerisms are there and the attitude is there for Spike, then the movie's gonna work out.
I mean, I think Steven Yeun would have been a better choice, but I mean, yeah, John Cho. I mean, there's a 13-year age gap between the two.
Yeah, and I don't think John Cho's going to give up his pet project to have somebody younger to play the character that he was making the movie for himself.
Right. I mean, so for our listeners, off air, I was debating with Red that I thought that Steven Yeun should have been Spike, but he countered my argument pretty hard.
What did I say? It's like if we manage to get Kevin Smith and he agrees to, hey, I'll host your podcast. As forget AJ, I'll host the podcast for you. But AJ's the one who's been working so hard to bring this podcast off the ground. How would AJ feel that Kevin Smith is taking his job?
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying, if we were fan casting, I would rather see Steven Yeun.
Okay.
But was this John Cho's project? Like he was the one pushing for it, though?
Yeah. That's I read that somewhere a couple of years ago. That's his pet. That's his baby.
If it's his baby, then good on him.
Yeah, I mean, if it's his baby, I'll give him the props on that.
It's like either that or a whole new Harold and Kumar movie.
No, I mean, I think for a while they were considering doing a Captain Sulu spin-off movie.
Well, we'll have both George Takei and John Cho in
John
same,
Cho.
So we'll have Sulu Prime.
I don't think so. I think like they've done that already. They've done the past and present characters. Like I think it was just going to be Sulu and his own crew and their own crazy Star Trek adventures.
Because you only have 3 surviving members of the original series, right? You have Kirk, you have Uhura, and you have
George.
And George, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do anybody else.
Yeah.
Man, I hope they get one more off, babe. Let's do one more.
With that cast with the
yes,
original...
get him in one last movie, babe. In fact, you know what? Let's get everybody. What can we call it? Star Trek Omega or Star Trek something? Star Trek Prime. I don't know.
Oh, so with both TNG, Deep Space Nine, Voyager,
Deep Space. Get friggin' shoot
the regular the Archer series. And...
No, we're getting Scott Bakula.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Is that one still on?
No, that was over.
No, we are getting Scott Bakula.
He's gonna quantum leap everybody into the universe, huh?
Yeah, we are getting everybody. We're getting Janeway. We're getting,
I would love to see another Janeway. Take a shot at the captain's chair. That'd be great.
The
7 of 9.
I wouldn't mind, having Abrams do all those light flares too, right? I mean, just bring it all back.
Oh, when he's doing this to the camera.
Yeah.
You know what? I just saw such a great quote from a Picard or from a Next Generation episode today. It was like, what was it like? It is possible. What was it? It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That's so, and it was like, that is not a weakness. That is just life.
Mm-hmm. What episode is that?
That just like hit me. I was like, oh man,
that's some great writing there.
That is such good writing.
Luke, as a resident Star Trek fan. Oh wait, no, your wife is, right?
Yeah, my wife is the Trekkie.
There's an animated one that's supposed to be really good. Have you seen that?
Oh, Below Deck. No, or lower deck or Below
something
Deck.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Comedy Central. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear.
I haven't seen it, but I heard they won like some awards or something.
Yeah, I heard it's really good, and it's canon too, from what I understand.
Is it canon? Oh
I
man,
heard so, yeah.
It's a little after TNG, I think, because it's almost the same uniform.
Yeah, and they're already on season 2, so there's plenty to watch.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's check if it's on Netflix.
But yeah, I mean, have they done anything? Has there been talks of with the Star Trek, the new or the latest one? They've done 2. So, and the second one wasn't bad, and I thought it made some money. So, are they just? Is it because Abrams signed on to do Star Wars? So.
Yeah, and then it kind of just dropped off. There's talk about them coming and doing a third, but I hope they do. And you know what? I really hope that third one would incorporate Kirk and Picard and really just get a final. I think that would be so epic. They just finished filming Discovery season 4 2 days ago. I followed Doug Jones on Instagram, and you know what? That guy is a freaking. He's so cool, man. It's Saru. He plays Saru on Discovery. He likes and responds to everybody that comments on his photos. He's the nicest guy.
We should bring him on board.
We should ask him. I don't know if he would, but he's a super sweet guy. He's busy as fuck though. The guy goes from like project to project to project.
Right.
And Miss So, wait till you get to the Dominion War with the Captain Sisko. That DS9 gets really exciting in later episodes.
Yes, hey, Picard's the cool uncle, and you know what? They're filming season 2 right now, and Whoopi Goldberg is coming back in Guinan.
Yay!
So I got all excited when I heard that.
Yeah, her character's supposed to be immortal next to Q.
Yeah, she's immortal. She's an immortal being. So,
are they going to de-age her or no?
Probably not. Yeah, it's Whoopi. Who cares?
No, because they didn't DHQ either.
Oh, they didn't? Okay.
Yeah, John DeLance is in his 60s and definitely, still looks good. Still be this charismatic Q.
I heard so I haven't watched a new Picard series, but I heard it's weird though. Like it's not the Next Generation. It's completely different type of feel to the show, and it's a little weird. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. It's not the same. I mean, it's not Gene Roddenberry. Gene Roddenberry had that very conversation-driven plot, and basically, you could just be in a room, and two people. The conversation would drive the whole episode.
Yeah.
The episode would cost $10,000 to make the entire episode.
Yeah, it's a big social experiment in space. That's what the Gene Roddenberry did with the TNG cast, and I think they with Paramount taking the helm of the universe, it's now they wanted to be its original form where it's kind of swashbuckling. They fly through space and looking for adventure.
Wait. So that's not how
it's adventure driven now for sure.
Yeah,
that's how the Picard show is.
No. Well, it seems like it, right? That's.
Oh yeah, much more so.
But dude, Picard's pushing 80, so he can't be Well,
he doesn't have to do the action.
I know.
Picard is just the voice and the Shakespearean actor that you need to be on the show to really drive the story.
and he doesn't have any lines longer than maybe 10 seconds with a non-cut. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of cuts. There's a lot of cuts because
he's not a young man
he's
anymore.
not remembering a lot of lines.
Yeah, those monologues are starting to get hard to say.
So, is it more like, I know that he's the show is based off of, it has the Picard name, but is it more so like the surrounding cast that carry the show?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Surrounding cast has 90% of the lines, and he really only has a very small, and the lines that he does have are very small segments. So he'll say a few words and it'll cut. He'll say a few words and it'll cut. Say a few words and it'll cut.
And okay, last question: is Jonathan Frakes on the show?
Oh yes,
He's some episodes too.
Yeah, he's on there. His wife's on there. What's her name? I remember her, Deanna Troi, but I forget her.
The
Marina
sidekick?
Sirtis.
Yeah, Sirtis. Yeah, she's on there. They're bringing back the entire cast. I mean, it's
Brent Spiner back. I think what do you call it? Jordy LaForge was on there a couple episodes, right?
Yeah, Jordy. Yeah, LeVar
Burton.
What about Wesley? Wesley Crusher, is he on?
Don't say that name.
He has not made an appearance yet, but he left to go with I think they were called the Travelers or something, to be like this kind of immortal spacefaring race where he has like unlimited power.
They're like one level below Q.
Yeah, like he's a new Q basically, where he can travel instantly to any part of the universe.
And it's possible that they'll bring him on some episode.
I hope they do. I mean, he's hosting the after shows for Discovery, and he's doing a great job with that.
Okay.
So he does have work, and I follow him on IG too, and he's a very sweet soul. I mean, he's someone that you would want to hang out with any day of the week. Like, I think he would probably actually come on this podcast. Like, if we asked him to.
He's like Chris Hardwick light.
Yes, he is exactly like. So picture this: him, Chris Hardwick. Who's the comedian that the short comedian?
Gilbert Godfrey? Not Gilbert.
No, not Gilbert Gottfried. Oh, he did the
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. Like those three did like a D&D game together for like years together. I think it was like two other guys too.
Oh, that's just like what's his name? The guy who played Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, Joe Manganiello. Like he's totally into D&D.
Yeah. I think he would have.
I love it.
He would have game night with, like, I think Zack Snyder, right?
Zack Snyder, yeah. And oh man, that's one thing. When COVID's over, I am dying to get a game night going. I am just game nights with friends, and that's like the best part about.
Do you do game nights at the comic shops or just at home?
Yeah, just to people's houses.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, so.
Oh, it's so much fun. If you get a good DM and you get good table players who aren't like jerks and like they like take over the story just with like stupid like I want to have sex with the troll. Oh, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll get a person like that, everyone just turns and they're like, fuck are you doing? Like we're gonna kill you. You realize that, right?
Wait, there's you could do that. Why would you do that in a board game? Does that like give you like powers, or
you can do anything you want?
Yeah, because you're creating a story along with the game.
It's not a board game like I had a game last for a year and a half. The same game with 5 people.
I always thought it was like Magic, where it's like cards and you fight.
No.
Oh.
You create a character and you use dice to roll out your attributes. And then like you can be a healer, a fighter, a ranged elf. You can be a dwarf. You can be a barbarian. But some people get really stupid about it, and they make they just try and be funny, and it just ends up being so dumb. And they get you into a lot. You know, like you're before the king, and you're supposed to bow and be respectful, and they're like, "I punched the king in the nuts." You know what I mean?
So how do you? Okay, I've never touched this game. You played this game. You played a game with your friends for a year and a half. I need to know, how do you win then?
There's
How do
no
you win?
winning.
There's no
winning.
The adventure continues.
It's the adventure continues until you want it to stop. So like, let's say you're like running guard duty for a shopkeeper who's taking a wagon load of furs to the neighboring town, you know, and so it's like a dangerous road, and then and you have to fight the goblins. But then, like, once you complete so many quests, you can say, like, all right, the dungeon master will say, like, all right, I'm done with this, and then you agree to stop it, start new characters or whatever. But if you're having so much fun, a lot of people don't want to stop, and then you grow to love your character. Like, you grow to really like appreciate your character.
It's your avatar that, you know, it's an extension of you.
Yes, and like each week when you're not playing, you research stuff and you bring it to the table.
I feel like this should be like this should have been a successful computer game. With the way this world building is, like,
they've
why
tried to do a digital version of it, but it's never caught on. But the tabletop, in fact, guys are doing just what we're doing now, and it's huge. Like it's bigger than ever right now. Actually, Dungeons.
Really?
Oh yeah, I would probably say it's as big as comics are, in its own separate. You know what I mean? Separate subculture.
Yeah. Because I mean, one of the comic shops I go to, I think the majority of their income is from like those tabletop type of games. Like it used to be it is a comic shop, but I think the main thing is a tabletop gaming place. So they have tournaments and stuff. And I'm always curious when I come in, and they haven't done tournaments recently, but when they were having, I was always interested in. I'm like, you know, like I would see a Star Wars one where it had all the cool ships and everything, and I'm like, seems pretty interesting.
I think the buy-in is expensive. That's why they get their money.
Oh, okay.
It can be. I mean, a player's handbook's like $30 to buy, and then you just print off the player sheets and buy a set of dice. That's pretty much all you need. But it does take a while to learn, but it's fun once you really get into it.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, guys, let's move on to the last segment, pickups of the week. I had a light pickup. I'll just start off. Picked up the latest issue of Robin. Picked up the latest issue of Something's Killing the Children. Robin was such a great read, guys. Again, if you're not reading it, I highly recommend it. Not only that, but the writer for Robin will now be doing Batman starting at issue 118, I believe. Joshua Williamson. Couple episodes ago, I said that I was going to stop Batman after Tynion, unless Tom Taylor or Joshua Williamson picks up the story. And lo and behold, they gave Batman to Joshua Williamson. So it looks like I'm not retiring from my Batman subscription just yet.
At least you have a reason to stay.
Yeah. I was like ready to end. I'm like, all right, this is it. I'm done. And then nope. They bring in one of my favorite writers, and I'm like, all right, I guess I got to keep going. But yeah, Red, anything in particular you picked up?
I haven't picked it up yet, but I am eyeballing a Darkhawk 1.
Wait, the new one that came out?
Yeah, was the first appearance of Connor Young, because he becomes a new Darkhawk.
Right.
I guess they're restarting the series with him. And then the Marvel Voices Identity 1, which is a celebration of Asian superheroes. So it has Shang-Chi, Jubilee, Miss Marvel, Silk, and Jimmy Woo.
And Wave and Bishop interacting, all drawn by Will Portacio.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then keep an eye out on Big Time Collectibles exclusive this weekend. It will be Captain America #4.
Yep.
Which is also the first appearance of the Filipino Captain America.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pick up a few of those for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Thank you, Nelson, for hooking that up, or not hooking it up, but getting that out there for the world for us to pick up.
Definitely, that's gonna be something something good to read and have for spec. Yeah. And that's all I got for now. Oh, I did pick up a Funko, but I haven't even opened the box yet.
Okay.
I think it's Angela when they were doing the fun run for Meredith's rabies infection.
Fun run.
Yeah. Remember that episode where Michael runs over Meredith with his car? And then he has to raise money for her to send her kid to college. So he creates this fun run for Meredith, plus the fact that there's rabies is an issue that should be put to light. So so the Funko is Angela in her jogging suit. So that's
nice.
That's what it is.
Do you have every Office Funko?
Not the new ones yet. They should be released here shortly.
But I mean, to date.
Okay.
To date, awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So it's the main collection right now for Funko is The Office and Rick and Morty. Everything else I'm dropping.
Now, are there any rare Office Funkos or?
Yeah, there's a couple from the summer exclusive when it's supposed to be for Comic-Con. I don't know when those were released, so those are pretty rare. Remember, those are the ones are on a 3,000 production run. So
but you were able to get them before it went up?
No, I don't even know when they went up to sale. So now I have to buy it from eBay.
Oh, okay.
Mark the price. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the one that came out for it was Stanley in his samurai outfit for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Luke? What you got? Anything?
No real new pickups this week. Oh, I did get some bunch of Nintendo books. That was pretty.
Oh
cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, Nintendo Power?
No, like the Valiant Nintendo comics.
Zelda in there.
That's like my main thing I'm collecting right now for my PC. I'm gonna try and track down a full set of the Nintendo comics.
Awesome. That sounds cool, dude. Like that's definitely a conversation starter for any comic book collector, because that's not something that you hear people trying to get complete runs of.
Nobody is. I mean, people want like the expensive ones. Like there's a Zelda one, Zelda #1, and Super Mario. Everyone goes for those, but no one goes for the later issues. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get some runs of that.
When we're switching off at the table at Road City Comic Con, you're gonna go dollar bin diving for those books?
Exactly.
All right. All right, because I only know is we're gonna go see George Takei, and then whatever free time I have, I'll go dollar bin diving with you.
Well, the nice thing is that you can go up before the doors open and hopefully just meet him.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Because you'll be able to get into the back rooms, and you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm excited.
You can get past the security details with your retailer badge.
Yeah, but we'll still have to do COVID protocol, so we'll have to be careful here.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Rose City, won't you guys let our listeners know when it is, and Luke, do you have your booth number so that people can meet up with you?
I don't have my booth number yet. In fact, they're a little. They just emailed me today and they said, "Hey, you haven't paid for your booth," and I'm like, "You guys have my credit card on file. I put it on my application." And so they're like, you can't exhibit until you pay for your booth. I'm like, you have my credit card. Just run the card.
Yeah, how are you supposed to pay it if?
And they never sent. That was the first email I got about it at all. And so I think they're a little unorganized, because it's the first email I got, and they said, You have not paid for your booth. You are in danger of losing your spot. And I responded, I was like,
Rose City Comic Con is in Portland, Oregon.
Portland at the convention center. I was like, I gave you my credit card. I did the application. I did the deposit. Like, you said you were going to run the card mid-July, you know?
Oh, dude.
So, I know. So I was like, run the card. They said, we don't have the card. So I said, just call me. I'll give you the card number or whatever you want. I don't care. Just run the card.
Is it resolved yet?
It's not resolved. She responded and said, apparently it's a known issue with all the vendors. So,
oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they got to resolve. I mean, they got to have you on there, or there's no con. So.
There's no con. I guess they accidentally blacked out the credit card numbers on all the applications before running them. They were supposed to black it out after they ran them. So someone went through and blacked it all out.
They blacked it all out before running it. Okay,
that's smart. That's a real quality group right there, guys.
I know. Well, you know, I think they're just out of practice. You know, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
Or 2 years. 2019 was September 2019 was my last Rose City Comic Con. So.
Oh wow.
This is 2 years in the making, so I think everyone's just a little rusty.
Or they got a whole new crew.
Or they got a whole new crew. Who knows? It'll get resolved though. And
okay. Rose City Comic Con Labor Day weekend, then, correct?
Weekend after Labor Day.
Yeah, weekend after the 10th through the 12th. So that Friday,
12th.
Saturday, Sunday. And there's some cool guests. I mean, there's some cool guests. We got some Hobbits coming. We got some Star Trek characters coming. So.
And Tony Fleeks.
Tony Fleeks is going to be there. Baby.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And for all our listeners, so again, Luke's booth number is pending, but once we find out what that booth number is, we will surely let everyone know so that you guys can see Luke and Red and maybe take some pictures and get some merch from them or get some books from Luke.
Yeah, send me those stickers. That way we can get those out.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll send a stack. I'll just send it to you, Red. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I know the crowd thing. That's an issue too. I mean, I'm vaccinated. I'll be masked up, and but I don't know if they're going to do like a vaccine check at the door. I mean, I don't know.
I'll have my card. We'll be.
Yeah,
ready.
just have your card on just in case.
Yeah.
For people that don't want to get vaxxed up, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Yeah, it's all you know. We won't find out till we get there, and then everything. Like you said, everybody's brand new to this thing, this environment, and we'll figure it out as we go. And Miss So, if you need anything from the con, let us know. We'll see if we can get it for you there.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hook any listeners up with any exclusives that are there or whatever you want.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, again, thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on IG. You can follow Luke at Luke Weeks. You can follow Red at Sealist Villainous Red. E-Man, you can follow him at Sealist E-Man, and you can follow me at AJ the Comic Collector. Make sure you follow our two IGs, Sealist Villains and the Sealist Villains Podcast. And lastly, go to RKFA Comics. That's Luke's website. Buy some books there. Join his Facebook group. And don't forget to leave a message to our hotline, which is what now, Red?
209-957-7559. No. Damn.
Uh-oh.
I forgot our number. 975-7597. 209-975-7597.
There you go. All right, guys.
All right, and then look out for our OnlyFans and Fansly. And, leave us a text, leave us a message, leave us a voicemail. We are life coaches. We are, what else are we?
Financial advisors.
Financial advisors and DIY.
Relationship experts.
Experts. Text
whatever you need, we got it for you. We got the answers. All right.
If you're looking for books, I don't know if I have them, but I'll ask around.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we'll see you guys all next week. Thanks again for listening to another episode of the C-List Villains Podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at clistvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure to join Luke Week's Facebook group, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. And you can follow us on our 2 Instagram accounts, C-List Villains and C-List Villains Podcast. Lastly, follow the villains on their separate IG accounts, at Luke Weeks, at C-List Villainous Red, at C-List E-Man, and I am at AJ the Comic Collector. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next episode.